MrSavage has had an amazing week of consistently getting top 10 placements in every tournament, and just yesterday he qualified for the FNCS Grand Finals. Interestingly though, he did it using some newly changed settings, a new custom crosshair, while wearing a grey superhero skin, and it was all on his 2024 updated setup. So today I thought I'd explain everything so you can have the exact setup as MrSavage. If it helps, please drop a like and subscribe for more. To begin though, we've got his settings. He's using full screen for less input delay. His resolution is 1920 by 1080, and he's also using a high refresh rate for less latency, while using the performance rendering mode to get a huge FPS boost. As for his brightness, that's still on 115%. However, his colorblind mode has been changed to Tritano, and he's using that on the strength number 8, which does look like this in game if you are curious. You can see the colors are a lot more vibrant, which can help with visibility. His view distance is still on far, which gives you the advantage of seeing items at a farther distance. His textures are on medium and his meshes are on high. His sound quality is on high, which makes the game sound better, and he's also using visualized sound effects, which gives the advantage of seeing sounds visually. For his game settings, he's got auto open doors off, hold to swap off, auto sort consumables to the right off, disable pre-edit option is off, and he's got the auto confirm edits on none, so he's basically not using edit on release. He has to do every edit manually. Oh, and his replays are only half on, and he's got the energy saving options turned off, as this gives you a slight FPS boost. As for HUD, his reticle is obviously on. He's got the reticle ammo indicator on, which adds this little indicator. His damage numbers are on cumulative, which automatically adds up all the damage dealt. His reticle feedback damage is on hit only, and that looks like this on screen, and his damage numbers scale is on 115%. As for the rest of his HUD settings, here they are on screen. Next up, we've got his custom crosshair that you should have seen him using on stream. It's definitely improved his aim and made it way more consistent from what I've watched so far. Now you're probably thinking, what application is he using? And it is the Crosshair X app that does actually cost. However, I myself recommend Crosshair V2, which is the free version of this app. I think it does a very similar job, and you can't beat a free product. So if you just get it from the Epic Games Store, after you do launch it, you'll see that a menu appears at the top right of your desktop where you can customize your crosshair to have different sizes, different shapes and colors to help you find the best crosshair for yourself and your own preferences. But do note, this does only seem to work in windowed full screen mode, so make sure to select that option in game. I myself also like to go into my reticle settings and turn off this option, as I just want to see the custom crosshair in game, and that's it. And after that, in game you'll see it actually does work, which should benefit you a ton, as with your crosshair being the same all the time, your aim should be way more consistent, and in turn should improve your aim, especially when you hip fire, as when using the default crosshairs in game, you'll notice these change from weapon to weapon, which can make your aim rather inconsistent, and that's why you see many pros prefer the custom crosshair over the default one in game, as it's just way more consistent. Getting back to his in-game sensitivity, he is still using the 9.7% on both the X and Y, with targeting on 49.9%, same with the scope, and both the building and editing sensitivities are on the default 100%, all being on a mouse DPI of 800, and I believe his mouse hertz is anywhere from 2000 Hz to 4000 Hz, with the Windows Sense being on default and mouse acceleration turned off. For his movement, he's got 64% on the forward diagonal angle, his strafe is on 90%, and his backward diagonal angle is on 122. Then we've got his keybinds, which are pretty standard for the movement. His reload, however, is on mouse button 5, his use is on E, his harvesting tool from 1 all the way down to 6 is on default, his wall is on F, his floor is on G, his stairs is on T, his roof is on left shift, his trap is on mouse button 4, and his repair is on L, his rotate building is on Y, and finally his build and edit is on R/mouse wheel scroll down to reset his edits. Next we've got his custom grey superhero skin. Now the reason for why him and many other pros use this is because of 3 main advantages. One is the clean design, this helps with FPS and lower delay. 2 is its neutral colour, allowing it to blend into its surroundings. And then 3 is it being slim. No one wants a big, thick skin that everyone can see easily. To get this though, you firstly do need to own a superhero skin. It can be any of these that you want, but obviously you need to wait for it to come into the item shop, then purchase the superhero skin in itself. I recommend Backlash, I think it's one of the best ones out there. And once you have purchased a superhero skin, if you head into the edit style, For the first page under suit pattern, you want to make sure you select the third one, which is bold. As for the head style, you want to make sure the full mask is selected. For the eye mask, you want to make sure that is actually turned off, even though we can't really see it. And then for the belt, that also wants to be off too. For the second page, you want to make sure the primary material is on the fourth one, that is cloth. And for the primary color, you want to make sure that that is on silver, which is the third one along. For the secondary material, you want to make sure that is on the first one, which is spandex. And for the secondary color, you want to make sure that is on silver. For the accessory color, you can skip this as it doesn't matter. For the eye effects, I believe he does use this, as you can see it on screen here. So you want to make sure you do enable that and make sure it is on white. Moving on to his setup, here's what it looks like in 2024. It consists of a Logitech G Pro X Superlight 2 mouse, a SteelSeries Apex Pro Mini keyboard, a GameSense Radar Benji Fishy mousepad in the XL version, a Asus PG248QP, and his new-ish Beyerdynamic MMX 300 headset. He's also got a Sony Alpha 7S III camera, this electric raised desk on screen, and his chair is the Secret Labs Titan Evo series. Moving on yet again, we've got his PC specs, which he does claim are a secret, but I'm pretty sure he's using the Intel Core i9-14900K with a Nvidia RTX 4090 graphics card and high-end MSI Meg Z790 Ace Max motherboard. Moving on from that, I want to show you his optimized Windows 10 settings, which he is proof he is actually using Windows 10, you can see from the bottom left corner. But to get the best settings, you want to go inside the control panel, you want to uncheck all four of these right here. Then if you go into the background applications, you want to simply uncheck all these and stop them from running in the background. After that, in the advanced system settings, go under performance, then under visual effects, you want to adjust for best performance and then tick these essential settings on screen. After that, I like to go into the device manager under high precision event timer, and some people say that if you disable this, it can boost your FPS. It's something you should try, and if not, just re-enable it. I also like to go into the run box and type in temp. I then like to select all of these and simply delete them. I do this again with %, temp %, and yet again with prefetch. Also, while the game is running, I press Ctrl Alt Delete, go into the task manager, I then find Fortnite, right click on it, go to details, then right click on the top exe, set the priority from the default normal to high. You'll notice as well in the task manager, if you look at the very bottom, you'll see uptime. To your surprise, the uptime may be very high, like some of these examples are on screen, like some are just ridiculous. And this is because of a fast start feature, which has become quite the meme. So to fix this, head into power options, click change settings that are unavailable, and simply uncheck this option. Now when you shut down your PC will fully shut down and the uptimer will be reset. Oh, if you go into gaming too, specifically under the game bar, you want to ensure that that is turned off, as it can give you micro stutters. As well, in the search, if you type in power plan, click edit power plan, then change advanced settings, you'll notice by default it's on a normal power plan. Instead, you want to change that to high performance, which as you can imagine will make it perform at a higher level.